listeners, welcome back for another deep dive. And today, oh man, today's going to be a good one.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going deep into the world of biblical prophecy, folks. We are talking Malachi.
Always relevant.
Always relevant, exactly. And, we're going to be diving deep into an excerpt from this devotional. And I'm telling you, this thing really got the wheels turning for me. It's called Prepare the Way of the Lord.
Okay.
And it's based on Malachi 3.1. So to set the stage a little bit, we're looking at the book of Malachi, and it's this period where the Israelites, they've come back from exile, they've rebuilt the temple.
Right.
You think, things are looking up, they're back in the promised land, they've got their central place of worship.
Right.
But
You'd think it'd be a spiritual high point, right?
Exactly.
But what's so interesting is this devotional points out this kind of underlying complacency.
Yes.
Even doubt creeping in.
It's almost like there's a weird counterintuitive thing, right?
Oh.
Like you go through all that hardship, you finally return home, and you'd think it'd be like pure gratitude.
Yeah, you'd think.
But it's not. And that's where this whole prophecy in Malachi 3.1 comes in. It talks about this messenger, right? A messenger who's preparing the way for the Lord.
Right.
So who is this mysterious messenger, and what are they actually preparing for?
So it's actually talking about TWO messengers. We have to remember that. So it's referring to John the Baptist.
Okay.
And Jesus.
Okay.
So John the Baptist, he's like the forerunner. He's the one sent ahead of time to shake things up, challenge people, call them to repentance.
Right.
And basically get their hearts ready for the Messiah.
So in ancient times, how kings would send people ahead to clear the roads, make sure everything's perfect for when they arrive.
Exactly.
So John the Baptist is kind of paving the way.
He's paving the way.
Jesus.
For Jesus. That's a great analogy.
And his baptism, right? That was a powerful symbol. It was a way for people to show they were ready,
It's this outward sign of inward transformation, getting cleansed and prepared.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that really struck me reading this devotional.
What's that?
It made me ask, what does that look like for U.S. today?
Oh, how do we prepare?
Yeah, how do we clear the roads, so to speak?
Right, because Christ's coming back.
He is, and, that's a big part of what Malachi's emphasizing here. It's are we so caught up in our daily routines, that we've forgotten to prepare ourselves spiritually?
It really makes you stop and think, huh?
It does. And, the verse uses this word suddenly,
Okay.
which I think is really important. It emphasizes that we don't know when the Lord could return at any moment.
Oh, wow.
And that really hit me.
Yeah.
Like a wake-up call, Are we really living in a way that shows we're ready for that?
And that's exactly what this devotional was saying, too.
Yeah.
It was comparing the people back then to people today. And it made me wonder, are we low-key resisting?
Resisting?
Even if we say we're waiting for Christ, are there parts of us that are resisting the changes he wants to make?
Yeah, that's a great question because change can be hard.
Oh, it is.
Even when it's for the better. And, speaking of change, this devotional uses this powerful image.
Oh, yeah.
It talks about a refining fire.
Whoa,
all right?
That's intense.
It is. It's such a vivid picture. You know how gold is purified through intense heat?
Right.
It's suggesting that our faith is kind of like that.
So our struggles, our challenges, they're actually refining us.
Exactly. They're making us stronger, purer.
So it's not enough to just say we believe.
Yeah. It's got to be more than just words.
We have to let him work in us.
Exactly. Even when it's tough, even when it hurts. That's where real transformation happens.
So it's not just about waiting. It's about actively preparing ourselves.
That's it. It's a process of growth, becoming more and more like Christ every day.
So if the Lord were to come back right now,
would you be ready?
That's a powerful question. I think it's a question we all need to be asking ourselves.
Definitely.
So listener, as we wrap up this deep dive, I hope you walk away thinking about that.
Yeah.
The importance of preparing yourselves.
Sure.
Understanding those roles of John the Baptist and Jesus as messengers.
Messengers preparing the way.
And the power of faith to actually transform us.
And if you're really intrigued by all this and want to delve even deeper, I highly recommend checking out the full devotional.
Yeah, what was it called again?
Prepare the way of the Lord. You won't regret it.
It'll give you even more to think about. All right, until next time, listener, keep seeking, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.
See you next time.